Hey there, my conscious creators. My name is Natasha Lauren, and I'm here to help you consciously create the life that you desire. So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the law and how manifesting and the law is something that you are always doing. So I've noticed in quite a few comments, I see quite often people saying, oh, like I've never manifested before, I've never manifested, or whatever, or oh, I was able to manifest this, but I can't manifest that, and you know, manifesting is hard, or whatever. And I wanted to address that because I feel like maybe I don't get the message across clear enough in my videos, or maybe just how I explain it is not like people aren't fully understanding or fully taking on board what I'm saying. But when I say you are always manifesting, I mean you are always manifesting. You always have been manifesting. And I think I said it in a previous video, but to me and the perspective that I come from and what I'm speaking to you about, manifesting is just how our minds work. Like, it's just how our minds work, how the world works, how our reality works, how we experience things is all through manifested. And again, I think I said this before, like I feel like even like the name and like the labels and stuff, it doesn't matter, it just is what it is. And I said this before, the same thing of like, I think in that same video I mentioned about how like gravity, like it doesn't matter what you call gravity, it is what it is. Maybe I haven't got that across well enough, so I just wanted to explain this in better detail and hopefully get it across to you guys. So yeah, like you've always been manifesting, you always are manifesting. There's no such thing as, oh, like I've never manifested before, I've never done this. Where you might be correct is that maybe you have never consciously manifested before. Now, consciously manifesting is what my whole channel is about me guiding you to manifest things that you consciously want to create, that you maybe that you may be like, you know, without the guidance and without consciously doing it, you might not have created. So you're always manifesting subconsciously, let's say, based on all the beliefs that you have, things that you've gone through and that has formed different beliefs, thoughts that you have, feelings that you have on certain things. That determines what you then experience in life. And normally it's reflective of maybe what you went through in childhood, what kind of beliefs you formed about relationships, about love, about money. That's going to continue through. And that's why you may see, even within your own family or within other people's families or whatever, there tends to be a pattern within families. People within the same kind of groups or whatever tend to experience the same kind of things, have the same kind of views on life, experience the same kind of things, because you're all surrounded, you're all coming up from certain beliefs. You all have certain beliefs. Certain beliefs are passed down through your family, through traditions in your family, through how your mum or dad was raised, and then how they raised you, etc., which is why things kind of tend to stay the same unless you're then able to consciously create something different. But on like an autopilot level, like whatever beliefs you had as you were growing up are then going to form the beliefs that you have, and then the things that you naturally experience. So anything that you've gone through, you haven't just like, or anything that you have, like anything that you have experienced. Let's just talk about good stuff and bad, but I'm just talking about the good stuff because, you know, it doesn't have to always be bad stuff. But yeah, like anything you've experienced, you have manifested that thing. And sometimes we can forget that we have manifested a particular thing because we're human. We have thousands of thoughts a day. We dwell on different things. You might have dwelled on something months ago, and then after a while just completely forgot about it, and then months and months later this particular thing happens and you have forgotten about how you manifested that particular thing, how you created that situation, because all that months ago you were dwelling on it, or you had a sudden very intense feeling, whether it be negative or positive. More time it is probably a negative intense feeling about that particular thing. you've then just continued with life and forgotten about it, and then months later it happens, and now it seems, sometimes manifesting can seem like it's something, like I said, that's outside of you or isn't something you're always doing, because sometimes there's a big time gap between when you were thinking about that thing and dwelling on it and then when it happens. But you always are manifesting. So to anyone that says, oh, I've never manifested before, you've manifested everything you've experienced in your life. You just might not realize it, and you might not have consciously manifested anything yet, but you can now consciously manifest things because you understand that you're always manifesting. You now understand, or you're learning how to consciously manifest and how to direct your mind and how to have the correct mental diet to do that particular thing. But manifesting isn't just something that is like, it's not just a switch. It's not a, oh, like on Mondays and Wednesdays I manifest, or oh, like when I get all these amazing good things, then I'm manifesting, or like I said, it's not just, oh, like I've decided that I want to manifest this particular thing, so I'm manifesting just then. You always are manifesting, and it's a concept that I think might be hard to understand until you really get to grips with the idea that if you really sit there and you really look at all the things you've experienced, things you're going through now, good things, bad things, whatever, you can probably trace it back to a particular thought or a particular belief that you have surrounding that particular area, and then you won't be surprised as to why you've experienced that particular thing, why that thing has happened. And like I said, it's not just bad things, it's good things too. Like if you genuinely have good thoughts and feelings about that particular area, you then won't be as surprised when you're trying to think, okay, but how did that happen? How, whatever. It's because you manifested it. You always are manifesting. You're manifesting 24/7. And that's just the message that I wanted to get across. I think to understand, so as I said before, you don't need particular techniques. Techniques are just tools. But to understand the way that, I feel like the way that we all maybe naturally manifest is just your thoughts and your feelings, etc. Like it's everything that's going on in your mind that is how, you automatically and naturally manifest, etc, etc. But think, like, the best way for you to figure out how you manifested a particular thing, and therefore how you can manifest something that you actually want, think about that particular situation. Think about whether you were dwelling on it for days. Think about whether you were sitting there, like, was you making up scenarios in your head? Was you having conversations with yourself or having conversations with someone else in your head about that particular thing? Was you arguing with that particular person in your head? Was you, every time you see that particular person, do you have a particular thought about them every time you experience or you see that particular thing? Like, does it feel natural to you? Like, whatever. That is how you keep creating that particular thing, because what we focus on, what feels natural to us, what we assume, what we intend, what we have feelings about, etc., is what we will experience and what we will get to experience. And then the more you focus on, you have natural feelings about, etc, etc, you will experience more of. And that's why as well, like, even when negative things happen and it just seems as if, have you ever had those days where, or those periods where it just seems like nothing is going right, everything is going wrong, this is going wrong, that is going wrong, one day this bad thing happens, and then like everything just tends to fall apart? It's because you're currently in that mental state where everything is going wrong, everything is bad, I can never catch a break, why does nothing good ever happen to me, etc, etc. And so by the law doesn't discriminate. The law doesn't care if that thing is bad for you or bad for your bad for your emotional well-being or etc, etc. The law just has to provide whatever it is you're focusing on. So when you're going through those bad periods, you're obviously focusing on all the negative things and everything that's going wrong, that you're then creating more and more things to go wrong, more bad things, more reasons for you to think and feel that life is going wrong, etc. The same way for the opposite, if you know everything is going amazing in your life, it's because you're focusing on all the good things, you're focusing on everything that's going well, you're in your mind, in your mental state, you know, you just have a good mental state about those particular things. When you think about those particular things, you have a good mental diet about it, you're telling yourself good things about it, it feels natural to you, it doesn't feel like it's out of reach, like it just comes naturally, and therefore you keep experiencing that thing. You're still manifesting then, even when you don't consciously decide that you want that particular thing, you are manifesting, you're always manifesting. And yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted, like, that is the message that I am spreading on my channel, and I am here to help you consciously manifest the things that you want. But you are always manifesting. You haven't never manifested. You've always manifested. You're now just consciously doing it. You're now just deciding what you want to experience and doing what it is that you need to do to then consciously experience it. But you're always manifesting, and you've always had that power, and you are always at 100% of your like manifesting powers. You always have been an amazing manifestor. It's not now something new and you now have to like build up your skill. You always have been, because you've been doing it your whole life, you just wasn't aware of it. And now it's like when you have a cut, let's say you cut yourself, right? If you're not aware of it, you don't notice it, you don't it's not hurting, there's no pain, etc. But now you suddenly see it, and now you're aware of it, you're in so much pain, it really hurts, it seems like it's, you know, the pain's not going away, except it's stinging, whatever. That's the same with manifesting. You weren't aware of it before, so it was natural, it came naturally, you wasn't even thinking about it, you're just going with the flow, it's just happening. Now you've realized that you can manifest things. Now it might seem like it's harder, and you know, it's harder to do or whatever, but the bottom line is it's always been there. That cut was always there. That cut, your ability to manifest didn't just suddenly happen now that you looked at it. It's always been there. You've always been doing it. The cut has always been there. You're now just aware of it, so it might seem harder at first, but you're good. You're good. You've always been manifesting. You are an amazing manifester, and yeah, now you're just consciously doing it. Just as like an extra quick little thing, if you hadn't noticed, I am wearing contacts. I don't know how well it's shown up on the camera, but I got sent these contacts from Just for Kira. They sent me 4 different contacts, and I've never worn contacts before. I've never even tried contacts. However, girl, this has changed my life. Like, I feel like a whole new different person. Anyway, so their packaging is super cute. Like I said, I've never worn contacts, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I do feel like these look natural. Like the ones I'm wearing now are called 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟𝗍, I think, but yeah, so in their packaging comes so like, it comes super cute. And another thing, one thing I really love, because again, I've never worn contacts before, but I've always seen have that little, you know, that little thing that you can hold, and it has like a round thing on the end to help you put the contact in. So whenever you order the contact, depending on how many you order, you'll get the little case, you'll get some tweezers, and you'll also get the, I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing to help you put in the contact if you don't just want to use your hand. And then, like I said, it comes so cute. The packaging is so cute. So the colors that I got, the color I'm wearing now, I don't know how well you can see it, is 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟 grey. So I got 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟 grey, which is a grey one. I then got 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟 hazel, which is a hazel color. I haven't tried these yet. I've only tried these grey ones first, and I'm obsessed. And then I got one called SL29 green, which is a green color, and I think I got another green. Oh no, I got another grey, SL29 grey. I'll put all the links in the description in case you want to buy them and check them out. But yeah, contacts are bomb. Like, I feel 10-10. Like without contacts, I am bad, but with contacts, I'm way too sexy. That's all I can say. In the words of 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟𝗏, I am way too sexy with these contacts. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.